Right, what's happening with the cage? So, I'm planning to just get the main hoop done and then across down to the strut brace and get the strut brace welded in. Maybe the cross down from the hoop, but mainly just the hoop. So, as you can see, I've got a couple of bent bits here already. Got some steel there. Right, I'm not making the MSA certified roll cage, it's just me having a bit of fun. Show cage, it's going to have some structural rigidity, definitely. But I'm not going to be bending it properly because I haven't got a pipe bender. And I'm not going to be getting one anytime soon. So, salvage these, which I noticed were going in the skip. Same thickness as the roll cage, which I'm going to be doing, 50mm. I've got some bar which inserts in between there, so I'm going to be able to sleeve the joins that I do to give them some extra strength, so I'm not just butt welding the 50 pipe together. So it will be strong still. It's not going to be to specifications, but I'm not bothered because it's more of a show cage, to be quite fair, and just my little bit of fun. So I'm gonna work out exactly where the pads are going and how wide I can get this between these bits. So let's crack on. Dress them up, ready to weld the strut brace on, so I'm going to dress that up a bit, like take the bolts out of there. But I will get this lashed on now. Figuring if I just make the hoop first with the legs on, that's going to tell us exactly where I'm going, so hoop first. Right, it's a one-way ticket this, like, so I'm welding the roll cage in. And I really would like it to follow the door down, but I haven't got a pipe bender. I'm not going to have a pipe bender anytime soon. I'm not buying a pipe bender. I've seen some on eBay for like 150 quid, which I was thinking about. But looking at reviews of them, they're kinking the pipe, so I didn't want to be forking out loads of money for a pipe bender. So I use this one. Like, I'm planning, I'm probably going to be coming down with that much of a gap, like between the door, do you know what I mean? Just looking at it there, it doesn't really look too bad to us, really. And then I was wanting to come, like, make it a full cage past the door eventually, but then I'd be behind the seat rather than at the side of it. So I could bring a couple of bars out, like just under where I'm holding, to the door, like to the pillar, and weld them in, and then bring the side bars for the like front down there. But like I say, this is what I've got. This is what I'm gonna work with. So let's bloody wing it! Hoi hoi! Right, aye, let's go. So I think that's gonna be the end of the seat belts coming out once and for all. So 960 is looking like the width that I've just measured there in the car. So I'm just looking for a little flat spot. I can mark out half of 960, which is 450, 465. 465, and then I can make both of these 465, cut the little sleeve pipe, bang it in, weld them up, and then that'll be the top of the hoop sorted, then the verticals. So I've marked it somewhere here. No date. That's 480, man, you divvy. 960, 900 half to 450. Half of 60 is 30, so yes, 480, not 465, you donkey. I've just done my shelf there, simple line, 480mm from the end. So I'm gonna put the edge of this on, square with the edge of the where I've just measured from, the shelf. Keeping it parallel this way. I reckon it's near enough for me. we don't put up to the line out. So there we are. Line's down here. I'm gonna make that line bigger. Just double check around the edge again. Aye. Right, so there we go, and that's a 480 line there. So that's where we're cutting that. Do the same on the other one. Put a sleeve in, and then happy days. As you can see, I've got these little riv nuts in off the pipes that I've salvaged, so I'll be welding them holes up, dressing them, they'll be gone. Maybe that one's going to be gone anyways when I cut that, so. I've cut them down to what I think will be right when I put them up, like drying them up, sleeve them up, whatever you want to call it. 3 of them, so I'm going to need 2 verticals to come down, and then 1 to join the middle. So I'm going to put them together and we'll see how it goes. Kind of slightly wider than 960 it ends up, but that's the start. That's then cut. See where we're at. Struggling to hold it all together here and all these bits, so I'm thinking, I can see it is slightly too big, which is good. So I'm just gonna weld it up both sides, get the hoop done, and then I can just hold it in place better, see where it's going to be sitting on the bottom, and then just trim off the bottoms to suit the pads when I get them on. So get these bits welded on so the hoop's all in. One side welded on, all welded up. So I've got a serial box, good cardboard for templates. I've got 2 templates to make for the base of the main hoop. So I'll get them done, cut them out in steel, weld them on, and then it's just going to be a little bit of a trim on this vertical to get it sitting in snug, and then weld that in place after obviously dressing up and tidying these welds up. So like I say, not an MSA certified sew cage by a long shot. Sew cage, roll cage, but it's gonna be alright. Let's have it. 2 templates to mark out on there. 2mm steel, which I'm gonna use. Should I be using bigger for a base plate? I don't know, but I'm using this. Here's one of them welded in. Get this other one welded on. Trim the hoop and then tack it in. Both in and dressed a little bit. So the hoop can come back in, and it's gonna need a bit of a chop. Ready to pop it in. Right, so next up, I think I've decided when I come straight from there to here, straight from there to there, I'm just going to put a cross this way, a diagonal this way, and then a diagonal that way on the hoop. And then I'll probably end up crossing them. But for now, I'm going to just get going for that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 more bits I'm going to aim to get in now. So that's my rush shape. Bam, bam, bam. 3 bits I'm doing first. Size is too big on here, but that's what I'm going to cut the pipe down to. And then we can just work it back till we get them fitting perfectly. Nice one. So, bum bum bum, 3 bits. So I dropped a massive bollock. I should have just had that square cut with a little bit of grinding done on the pipe, just like I done on the bottom. I don't know what the hell I've been thinking I need to put this angle on and then curve in like that. Just wasn't the right idea whatsoever. So I'm now left with a little bit I've got to put a sliver in. So not ideal whatsoever, but I'll make it work. And hopefully I'll make it work so you can't see that I dropped that fucking bollock. But lessons learned, lessons learned. It's the first roll cage I've ever made. But I should be doing better than this. I really, really should be. I really, really should be. So, that's what I get for rushing, I suppose. Full concentration from now on. These stupid cuts. I will blend that in so you can't see. Right, I'm gonna get this. I need to do that before I even. I'm gonna get them finished now. So that's where my naff up was. Totally my error, doing a stupid cut that I shouldn't have done. When it should have just been a little bit of a bevel into the end, just like it was on that side. But anyways, I've patched it in with a little sliver of the pipe, welded it up. Still not the prettiest, I'll probably put a little bit more weld out so it looks nice and neat. But that's them two in. That's them in. They're dressed up for now. I'm just gonna leave them for now and start measuring up the crossbars and get them in. So include me little naff up because nobody's perfect. But I've recovered and it should be alright. Like again, roll cage. It's not near messier thing, so it'll do me. So that's to join up in the corner. And I did need an angle on this side because it's sitting on the floor next to that one. So let's go. So that's the first beam welded in. Cross beam. So like I say, I probably will be crossing over and crossing this one fully, but for now we'll just be getting them ones in at the end of the game in a minute. I'm actually thinking of like bringing the cage right down to here as well, making some other foot plates here, bringing it right down just so the whole thing's just solid, you know what I mean? Rigid. Why not, eh? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm only messing about at the end of the day. It's my car. My little baby. Well, next up, measure this one and then get that one put in. That one is gonna have two angles cut on it because it's obviously there up to there. Yeah, I'm gonna go on the sidebars rather than say bottom to top because it's gonna be easier to get the grinder and to clean up on the side. So yep, think as you go. So got the cross beam ready. I have decided to go right into the corner and then just off there rather than corner to corner. There, off the inside, just because my seatbelt's going through there. Chance I might even affect the seatbelt still.
So it's looking good, it's all welded and dressed up, the main bits there. Now I'm onto these two back bits. I've already got the base plates in, and I'm just going to drop these down and weld them in now. So get that done.
So we're jumping ahead here because I'm doing it over different days. The video is going to be in one, as you're obviously aware. But I've just got the main cross tacked in, so we'll have a look at that. Spin the camera on. So I've just got it tacked in place, main cross for now. I'm super happy, it's perfect. I think it's looking alright there. As you can see, you got a little bit that way, a little bit that way. So I'm just using this centre square as my guide, trying to basically just iron it in place. Like, I have been measuring here and there, but I think I'm just going to eye it, like, because I've got a good eye. But aye, it's coming on. So I'm going to put a little plate on here. I'm going to bring a bar out, and that's going to enable us to bring down to there once I get this bit in. So next up is going to be these bits. Then I'm going to brace it along the top. Maybe there's another cross in, I don't know. But these bits on the door bits will be first, then these bits, and then we'll be crossing it off, and then it'll be all done, ready to paint the inside of the car. Yeah boy, progress. So I've got my bucket seats mounted on the original backwards and forwards mechanism that came with the car. I came up with this years ago. But like I say, I've got the cage in and I'm struggling to get the seat in. It's as if I need to tilt it back a tiny bit here, and I cannot because of that bad lad. So I think I'm just gonna drop this down a bit. So I've got a bit more like gap there, and then see if that just gives us the space that I need. Let's look. Right, hoping to just take an inch off that. See if that gets us it. See on this side, obviously. Off there. And a little bit off there. Still not gone in, hasn't made a blind bit of difference to. Just got neat way to can. You know what I mean? And it's on track there to go in, but the front needs to lift up just to get that in. I've got any space to lean back. So my other thought is to cut more off. Or am I just going crazy here? I'll cut more off, just a little bit more. And get it just so I can drop that bit on, then bits just in, and then it should just plush in. So let's give that a go. See what I mean? That's a bit that I need to go through there. That's roughly on line with where I need it to drop in. That would mean I need to cut that much more off. So that's it on the other side-ish. Probably not as much on the other side because it's a different sized bit. So let's go. Right, well, that's all in now. Chopped a little bit more back, and then like I say, just dropped it straight in and straight onto the pin bit down there. Because I wasn't chopping this back good. So minus a little bit of welding in the middle and up there. That's the rear of the cage all done. I'm going to be going onto the front next. But I need to do a bit more planning. I think I'm going to go through down where the speakers are. Take the speakers out. I was just thinking of coming on the front here, but that's no good. It needs to go down there. Right down there. Boost through the speakers and then down. So, yep, that'll be the next stage. But for now, this is this stage all done. Rear cage in.